If we want to impact people with our stories, or any form of creative expression for that matter, if we want them to feel something from what we've made, then we need to understand human nature. So in today's video, we'll discuss how human nature, or rather the essence of being human, is the foundation of all forms of storytelling. But first, let's pump the brakes on the technical stuff for a second. All I ask right now is that you forget about Photoshop, Illustrator, your notepad, and whatever else you use to get your idea started. And instead, think about this. How well do you understand those around you? Do you know what makes them tick? How often do you put yourself in others' shoes? Do you understand their worldview, their personal POV, and why? Now go one step further and ask these questions for yourself. And see if you pay attention to your own thoughts and actions. How well do you understand yourself? Do you know what motivates you to take action? What's your POV? What's your story? Those questions might be challenging in the beginning, but in order to be a great storyteller, we first need to understand what it means to be human. And if you're a human like me, you have feelings, thoughts, emotions, motivations, and aspirations. You think a certain way and you act a certain way. You have certain wants, needs, and desires. It's what shapes your character and makes you, you. And it's all part of human nature. Understanding ourselves, those around us, and how we interact with one another are the first steps to becoming a great storyteller. That inner awareness of who we are and why, and how we change along the way, are storytelling's greatest foundations. But humans don't act alone. They need each other. We need each other. That's why storytelling is such an interactive experience. And it's why great storytelling, as Tony Fadell likes to say, is an act of empathy. That human connection, the act of sharing experiences, expressing emotions, and uncovering new lessons about life, is what story is all about. Storytelling is simply the act of human connection. And you can't make that connection without, well, interacting with another human. So, before you jump back into your software, notepad, or tablet, I implore you to instead connect with other humans first. Go out for a coffee with a friend, or call a family member, and ask them what they've been up to, and simply listen. And I mean, selflessly listen to what they have to say. Listen to what matters to them and why. Listen to their story. Try to learn something from them. Try to understand them. Engage in the conversation and actively listen so that they feel seen and heard, and then see how their story resonates with you. Are you currently experiencing something similar? Or have you had the same experience in the past? If so, how did it make you feel and why? Or is what they're telling you completely new information to you and you're kind of intrigued to find out more? You may be surprised at what you'll learn together and the inspiration you'll discover from your conversation too. These types of conversations, these stories, they help us make sense of everything that's happening to us. As Jonah Berger says in his book Contagious, stories are more than they seem. Stories carry things, a lesson, a moral, information, a take-home message. The information that we uncover from our interactions with others and the stories we experience together folds right back into the natural loop of human nature, feeding our thoughts, emotions, and actions and teaching us something new about ourselves. So if the goal is to move people and really make them feel something from our style frames, designs, animations, you name it, then the human has to be the focus of our craft. Humans, human-like qualities, and the natural predispositions that define who we are and why are at the heart of storytelling. Before we start designing, illustrating, or animating anything, let's first start with the human behind the story. And if you need a refresher on how to effectively tell a story, well, then this video is what you'll want to watch next. And then after that, I'd say it's time to put pen to paper, mouse to computer screen, stylus to tablet, or whatever else you need to get started.